I hope you're having a great week so far and a good Tuesday. A lot of different details to get to. Here's the big picture, your weather headlines. Well, rain, as you already know, moving in tonight. Some of that rain will continue to be heavy at times the rest of tonight and into the overnight hours. At least some periods of moderate to heavy rain, some rumbles of thunder, a few embedded thunderstorms. Nothing too strong as far as the storms, but any convective rumbles of thunder will drop some heavier downpours of rain, heavier rates of rain. So drive carefully and watch out for high water. Avoid some flooded roadways potentially in some areas tonight. The good news, we will dry back out for your Wednesday and Thursday and into part of Friday. So we do get a dry period for the second half of this week after tonight and early Wednesday morning's rains. And again, we could see 1 to 2 inches of rain actually, so we'll talk more about that in a moment, and then drier the next few days. However, much colder weather moves in Friday night to Saturday with a strong cold front, and this is actually a storm system, so we're talking about much colder air moving in and some moisture. So rain changing to snow is possible overnight Friday night and into the first half of Saturday. Maybe talking about some accumulations. So windy and wintry and much colder as we get into the start of the weekend. Okay, for perspective, let's look at the last 5 days. We have been in the 70s 3 out of these last 5 days, including Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. We tied record highs. Yesterday and Monday we had 74. Today we're in the 50s. Tomorrow we're cool in the 50s, then back in the lower 60s on Thursday, upper 60s on Friday. Then we drop some 30 degrees plus from Friday into Saturday. High Saturday in the 30s, back up to near 50 on Sunday. But if we want to talk about the low temperatures, we're going to go basically from around 68 on Friday to close to 18 by Saturday night and Sunday morning as far as the low temperature Saturday nights. That's some 50 degrees colder, if you will, from Friday afternoon to Sunday morning. Yeah, that could be near a record low Sunday morning as well. So big temperature drop as we go Friday into Saturday. Well, of course, we'll be talking much more about that, but heads up, some very cold air coming our way. It is still winter, and it's March in East Tennessee. And you remember last week how warm it was for a stretch? The seesaw, the balancing act. Now it's going to be cold, especially late week into the weekend. That high today was 56, low 41. So let's talk about what we're expecting the rest of tonight. Again, those waves of rain showers with some embedded storms moving in overnight into early Wednesday morning. This is 7 a.m. Still a chance for showers first thing, but after about 9 a.m. or at least mid-morning, we start to dry back out. So your Wednesday afternoon, cool in the 50s, mid-50s for highs, but it looks to be somewhat drier as we head through the rest of your Wednesday, and that should continue with not too bad of a weather pattern into our Thursday and early Friday. Then the strong cold front heads our way Friday night, as you'll see in a moment. So this next wave of rain, again, quickly moving through tonight and into early tomorrow morning, and then it moves on out. So there's the rest of your Wednesday. Thursday, again, Thursday looks like a decent day with partly cloudy skies and some fairly pleasant weather. But here's Friday. Mild during the day in the upper 60s, but rain Friday night with the cold front moving through, then changing to snow late Friday night into Saturday morning. And this is one particular model, but several models are in agreement and showing basically the same thing, that we may have rain briefly Friday night initially because it's going to be fairly warm, and then change into snow showers Friday night, Saturday morning with very cold air pouring in. We're going with the high of 36, maybe. Basically, we're going to see temperatures almost in a falling state from Friday night through the day Saturday and Saturday night. Remember Saturday night in the upper teens? So here's the issue. Could have some travel issues if we see some accumulations. Still too early to say exactly how much, but we could be dealing with some snowfall accumulations for first half of Saturday, and that could linger into Saturday night with that very cold air pouring on in. So that's what we're looking at. It will start to taper off as we get into our Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night, cold high pressure builds in, and with winds diminishing, skies clearing, that's when we could be plummeting into the teens for your Sunday morning. You saw the high Sunday back to 50. The good news, we'll be back in the 60s for the start of spring break week on Monday. So just like that, it will be warming right back up early next week. Showers are likely tonight, heavy rain at times, the mid-40s, and tomorrow, rain ending, drying out for your Wednesday, staying cool in the mid-50s. So a lot on the 7-day. Again, Thursday and part of Friday are dry and milder in the 60s. There's that Friday night, rain to snow late, and Saturday, cold, windy, and wintry. Again, snow showers are in the forecast Saturday. And we could be talking about wintry weather, some accumulating snow in some parts of the region. So tune back in. We'll continue to fine-tune exactly, how strong this system, how much wintry weather we could see, etc. Now, after a cold Saturday and Saturday night, the other thing to remember this weekend, see that spinning clock? Yeah, this is the time change weekend. Set your clocks forward 1 hour before going to bed Saturday night. It officially starts at 2 a.m. We spring forward 1 hour as we return to daylight saving time. It officially begins Sunday morning. We're back in the 60s into early next week.